Your mom showering your sister with praise at her lavish birthday party, calling her the daughter I'm proud of, only to turn around and slap you with the entire $3.450 bill. But when the truth about their secrets came out, revenge was sweeter than any cake. My name is Laura, and I'm 26 years old. I've always felt like the outsider in my own family, the one who worked twice as hard just to be seen. Growing up in a quiet suburb of Seattle, our house was filled with the kind of polished perfection that hides cracks underneath. My parents, Richard and Elaine, ran a small accounting firm together. Dad handled the numbers, Mom charmed the clients. They were the picture of success, always hosting dinner parties and bragging about their perfect daughters. But there were two daughters, me and my younger sister, Vanessa. Vanessa was 24 now, the golden child. She had Mom's striking looks, long auburn hair, green eyes that could melt butter, and Dad's easy charm. She pursued art in college, flitting from one passion project to another, while I grinded through business school on scholarships and part-time jobs. I graduated top of my class and landed a solid job as a financial analyst at a tech startup. It paid well enough to afford my own apartment downtown, but I still helped out the family when I could, covering groceries here, a car repair there. Vanessa. She lived at home, finding herself, as Mom put it, while racking up credit card bills on shopping sprees and trips with friends. The divide started early. When I was 10 and Vanessa 8, Mom would praise her drawings as masterpieces, while my straight-A report cards got a pat on the back. Laura's the smart one, Mom would say, but it always felt like a consolation prize. Dad tried to balance it, slipping me extra allowance or taking me to baseball games, but Mom's favoritism was a constant undercurrent. As adults, it only grew. Vanessa got the new car for her 21st birthday. I got a congrats card for my promotion. I swallowed it, telling myself family was worth the effort. Vanessa's 24th birthday was the event of the year, at least in Mom's eyes. She'd been planning it for months, a lavish garden party at an upscale venue overlooking Puget Sound. Invitations went out to 50 guests' family, friends, Vanessa's art circle, even some of Mom's clients. The theme was enchanted elegance, with fairy lights, floral arches, and a custom cake from a celebrity baker. I got roped into helping, of course. "Laura, you're so organized," Mom said over the phone. "Can you handle the RSVPs and coordinate the caterer?" I agreed, spending weekends on spreadsheets and calls, all while juggling my job. The day arrived, a crisp Saturday in spring. I dressed in a simple navy dress, nothing flashy, and drove over early to set up. The venue was stunning, white tents billowing in the breeze, tables laden with champagne flutes and hors d'oeuvres. Vanessa arrived fashionably late in a flowing gown looking like a princess. Mom fussed over her, adjusting her hair. "Oh, darling, you look radiant," guests mingled, laughter echoing. As the party hit its peak, Mom called for a toast. She stood at the head table, glass raised. "To my beautiful Vanessa," she began, her voice warm. "The daughter I'm so proud of. You've grown into such an incredible woman, talented, kind, full of life. Watching you chase your dreams inspires me every day." The crowd awed, clapping. Vanessa beamed, hugging Mom. I stood off to the side, smiling politely, but inside it stung. Not once did Mom mention me, the one who'd made this all happen behind the scenes. The night wore on with dancing, cake, and gifts. Vanessa unwrapped designer bags, jewelry, even a spa weekend from Mom and Dad. I gave her a thoughtful art supply set I'd researched, expensive paints she'd mentioned wanting. "Thanks, sis," she said absently, setting it aside. As guests left, I helped clean up, stacking chairs and boxing leftovers. Mom approached, looking tired but happy. "Laura, that was wonderful. Thank you for everything." I nodded, expecting maybe a real thank you. Instead, she pulled an envelope from her purse and handed it to me. "Here's the bill from the venue and caterer. It's $3,450. You can handle that, right? You're doing so well at your job." I stared at the envelope, my heart dropping.
"Mom, what?"
"I thought you and Dad were paying." She waved it off. "Oh, honey, things are tight with the business. Vanessa deserves this, and you're the stable one. It's family. We all pitch in." I glanced at Vanessa, who was giggling with friends, oblivious. Dad avoided my eyes from across the room. Betrayal washed over me like cold water. All that praise for her, and I'm the ATM. That night, driving home, anger simmered. Why was I always the one sacrificing? I tossed the bill on my kitchen counter, staring at it. Something snapped. No more. But revenge. It had to be smart, not explosive. I started digging quietly, methodically. As a financial analyst, I knew where to look. First, I accessed the family accounts. Mom had given me login info years ago for emergencies. What I found shocked me: thousands in charges on Vanessa's cards, luxury items, vacations, all paid off by Mom and Dad from joint savings. Savings that included my contributions over the years. Worse, the business was in trouble: overdrawn accounts, unpaid taxes. They'd been hiding it, using my stability as a crutch. I confided in a close friend, Mia, over coffee the next day. "They're using you," she said. "Time to protect yourself." I nodded, formulating a plan. Step 1: withdraw my share. But I needed proof. I spent evenings poring over statements, noting every transfer. Weeks passed. Mom called, asking if I'd paid the bill. Soon, I lied. Vanessa texted selfies from a spontaneous weekend getaway, funded by whom? The betrayal deepened. Dad finally called, sounding guilty. "Your mom means well, Laura." Vanessa's sensitive. I bit my tongue. "Dad, why am I always the one paying?" He sighed. "You're strong. She needs more help." That fueled me. I consulted a lawyer friend discreetly. "If it's joint funds, you have rights," he said, "but document everything." I did. Photos, screenshots, timelines. The revenge was building, not destruction, but exposure and reclamation. The weeks after the party were a blur of quiet fury and investigation. I threw myself into work during the day, analyzing data for clients, but nights were for the real project: unraveling my family's financial web. My apartment became a command center: laptop open, papers scattered, coffee mugs piling up. I changed the passwords on my personal accounts first, ensuring no more family access. Then, I delved deeper into the shared ones. What I discovered was worse than I imagined. The accounting firm wasn't just tight, it was sinking. Over the past year, Mom had funneled money to Vanessa, $5,000 for Ort supplies. That looked suspiciously like a trip to Bali, $2,000 for classes at a high-end yoga studio. Dad's signature was on most transfers, but Mom's notes in the ledgers showed her orchestration. And me, I'd deposited $10,000 last year from a bonus labeled Family Emergency Fund. It was gone, siphoned into Vanessa's lifestyle. But the real bombshell came when I cross-referenced with public records. The business had liens, unpaid vendors, back taxes totaling $15,000. Mom had been dodging IRS notices, using creative accounting to hide it. Vanessa knew. I found emails where she begged for more money, promising big breaks in her art career. "One read, Mom, just $1,000 more for this gallery show. Laura can cover if needed. She's loaded." My blood boiled. "Loaded? I worked 50-hour weeks." I confronted Dad privately first, meeting him for lunch at a neutral cafe. "What's going on with the books?" I asked, sliding printouts across the table. He paled, fidgeting with his napkin. "Laura, it's complicated. Your mom wants Vanessa happy. The business will bounce back." I pressed. "By using my money?" Without asking. He admitted it, eyes downcast. "We didn't want to burden you." Burden, the irony. Vanessa called that evening, chirpy as ever. "Hey sis, Mom said you got the bill. Thanks for handling it." Party was epic. I forced calm. "Yeah, epic. How's the art going?" She rambled about a new exhibit, then casually, "Oh, could you spot me $500? Rent's due." I declined politely. "Tight month." Silence then. "Whatever. Miss Successful." The betrayal crystallized. They saw me as the fixer, not family. Revenge brewed. I'd expose it all, but legally, methodically. I hired a forensic accountant on the sly, pricey, but worth it. She confirmed fraud, misappropriated funds, potential embezzlement if reported. Meanwhile, life continued. Mom hosted a family dinner, gushing over Vanessa's latest painting. My talented girl. I smiled through it, but inside I plotted. Step 2: freeze assets. Using my access, I transferred my contributions to a new account, legally mine, as joint holder. Vanessa's big break was coming: an art show she hyped on social media. Mom planned to fund it lavishly. Perfect timing. I gathered more evidence, receipts showing business credit used for personal expenses. The lawyer advised, file for audit. It'll force transparency. Tension built. Mom nagged about the bill. "Laura, the venue's calling." I stalled. Dad grew distant, sensing trouble. Vanessa partied on, oblivious. One night, staring at the ceiling, I realized this wasn't just money. It was years of being second, best. Revenge would be reclaiming my worth. With evidence in hand, I set the plan in motion. First, I met the lawyer, Mr. Harlan, in his downtown office. "You have a case for financial abuse," he said, reviewing docs. "Will petition for an audit of the family business and trust." Grandpa had left a small inheritance years ago, managed by Mom, another pot they'd dipped into for Vanessa. I filed quietly, serving papers via mail. The response was swift. Mom called, hysterical. "What is this? You're suing us." I stayed calm. "No, Mom. Just ensuring fairness." "My money's gone. Where?" She sputtered denials. Dad intervened? Let's talk. We met at home, tension thick. Vanessa lounged on the couch, rolling eyes. Mom defended. We did it for the family? I laid out printouts. This is theft. Vanessa scoffed. You're jealous. Always have been. That fueled the next phase exposure. I anonymously tipped the IRS about the taxes, legal, as a concerned party. Auditors arrived days later. The business scrambled. Vanessa's art show loomed. She'd invited everyone, promising life-changing. Mom had pledged $2,000 more, from savings. But with accounts frozen, it crumbled. At the show, half-empty gallery, Vanessa blamed haters. I attended, watching from shadows. Mom whispered apologies to guests. Dad looked broken. Back home, confrontation peaked. You ruined everything, Vanessa screamed. I replied, no, you did, by taking what wasn't yours. The audit revealed more. Vanessa's art was a front. She'd been selling knockoffs online, pocketing cash untaxed. Justice was closing in. The audit hit like a storm. IRS agents combed the office, seizing records. Mom and Dad hired a lawyer, burning through savings. Vanessa panicked, her side hustle exposed, fake designer art sold as originals, potential fraud charges. I offered a deal via Mr. Harlan, repay my $10,000 plus the bill, or face full exposure. They balked at first. Family doesn't do this. Mom cried. You started it? I said. Vanessa confronted me alone. Why hate me? Tears? Not hate. Fairness. She confessed jealousy of my independence. Mom's favoritism stemmed from her own regrets. They agreed to terms. Business sold assets to pay debts. Me first. Vanessa got a job, real one. But revenge's sweet part at a family gathering. I revealed my new life. Promotion. Travel. Mom's praise. Hollow now. Repayments started, but I pushed for more therapy mandate. Family sessions uncovered deep rifts. Mom admitted bias, Dad, enabling. Vanessa's fraud caught up, finds community service. Her friends vanished. I thrived, starting a side consulting gig. Dad rebuilt ties with me. The $3 $450. Mom's words haunted, but I forgave on my terms. Years later, scars faded. Vanessa reformed, we bonded cautiously. Mom reflected, praising us equally. I married, had kids, balanced life. The revenge, not destruction, but empowerment. Family learned betrayal breaks, but truth rebuilds.